Luxury jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind the family, no regrets. He's got a birthday on your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane the tears roll strong, Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxury show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost, but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai, they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home he's chasing new Asian delight. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground, comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust, has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all their cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on stage, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York watch show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Hello, it's Archie Luxury, and you are on the Archie Luxury live stream channel. That's right, guys, you are here on the Archie Luxury live stream channel. I want to say a big hello to you guys. What can I say, guys? We're here, we're having fun. We're making sure you guys are doing everything to get enjoyment out of this franchise. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want, guys. That's how it works. That is how it works. Yes, that's exactly how it works. So what can I say to you guys? We had a great show yesterday. Before we go on, I just want to say a very quick thank you. Very big thank you. Big thank you to our Zeal, Tan Zeal. He's always in our thoughts. Great supporter. He got us off the ground. It's like a crowd. It's like a crowdfunding, like, you know, startup. He got us in. He pumped in a shitload of money, and he sort of let us leave the nest now. And I got to tell you, Tan will always be the patron of this channel. Yes, always be patron of this channel. That's what I say. That's exactly what I say. So, yeah. To answer your question there, Jeff Dempsey was nothing but an absolute gentleman to me. Really nice guy. Why? Why do you ask that? Cool guy. Great guy. So, guys, let's get back into the watch talk. What's happening around the world? What's happening around the world? What's happening? Well, the watch market itself is a little slow. Of course, it's slow. You know this. Everybody knows this. It is very slow. It's difficult. Please give me the dates and stream title so I can calculate your share of the super chats. We've got let's have a look. JD, he was a great guy. Loved the JD. We had Hoff on Smash. We had Mark Goldberg. We had Keslovitz. What's he up to? He's got the job. I'm not sure. I am not so sure it's that fun having a job in the industry. Sometimes if you make your hobby your job, it becomes a job. That's the way it goes. So, yeah, what can we say or do? It's a tricky thing. It's very tricky. It's very tricky. It's tricky dicky stuff. Nothing's easy. Of course it's not easy. What do you think this is? It's difficult, okay? It's tough. It is very tough. Tough indeed. Life isn't always a bag of chocolates, a bag of biscuits, a bag of bolts. We got JD joining us. How are you, JD? Hello, JD. He's just fallen out. Captain Kurt Arch, is that the same? No, this actually, I just changed it for the show. I had the woven one on yesterday. I like the way everyone wants to shit on you. Maybe it's my house now, fuckface. Maybe I bought it. Hey, what do you think of that, fuckface? Hey! Does that go with your narrative, fuckface? What do you think? Does that go with your narrative? Hey, what do you think? Does that go with your narrative? You happy with that or not? Does that go with the narrative, or is that a problem for you? Because there seems to be a lot of people, they just want you to fall on your ass, you know? That's okay, guys. You can wish all you like. If it fails, you know what? If it doesn't take off, it doesn't take off. If it doesn't take off, it doesn't take off, does it? We got JD joining us again. Hello, JD.
Hello. Sorry, I had to double check that I joined the right stream. You know, I don't want to get in
Oh,
trouble.
fuck
So
yes.
I had to triple check that we're at the right place. How are
Yes.
you? It's cold as
How
shit
are
in
you,
Sydney
JD?
still.
Talk to me. What's happening
Good,
with you?
good. Had a good time at the Time and Tide pop-up yesterday. I brought
Did
the
many
playing
people buy
cards.
stuff? Oh, fantastic. Did many people
So
buy stuff?
yeah, there was the odd. I mean,
Like between you
yeah,
and
there was the
me,
odd thing.
none of the stuff was that cheap, was it?
No, well, no, like some of it, like the Norcane stuff. I mean, they've got watches that are like 9 grand and stuff. So it's not like that sort of purchase like a Seiko. That's legitimate money. So there's a bit of that, and the Christopher Ward stuff. That's not. Some of it's cool, but again, they're like 6.5 grand. Those Bel Cantos in Aussie dollars. So it's not
Fuck,
just a
it's not cheap,
throwaway
is
amount
it?
of money, is it? So yeah, there were people buying the odd. There were people buying stuff. The watch enthusiasts who go to it. This is cool. I thought we'd go through some of these. So this is the Time and Tide Sickness card game that they
Yes.
mentioned. The guy mentioned to me at the show that it might be used in an upcoming what's that about effing time special? The Adrian Barker, Andrew McCutcheon,
Yeah.
George
Does he
Panther
do stuff?
show.
He used to do streaming, but he cut it out.
Yeah, I think all their businesses take up a lot of time, but he was saying that this might be featuring. So I'll go through a couple of these, Arch. They're actually like horological related questions
Okay, let's have a
to
look.
sort of break the ice. So
Yes.
here we go. Here's one for you. A time when someone else's watch made me feel inferior. Does that ever happen?
Yeah, but I don't put inferiority into material possessions. Do you?
Not particularly.
Because I mean,
I
you look
just
at
go good
someone
for
like
them.
plastic, right? Plastic shows you that you can have a beautiful gold sub and still be a fucking douchebag. You know
Well,
what
I'm
I'm
not going to say
saying?
anything bad about him. He looks like a very strong man who could do lots of physical damage
You know
too.
what I mean?
So
Like
I hear what you're saying.
the
Yeah.
watch, Look, I inferior. Look, I think there's horses for courses. I don't necessarily judge people by the watches they have.
No, of course not.
There's a lot
We,
more.
we,
Okay, next question. Let's have a look at another
okay.
question.
A secret about my collection I haven't told anyone.
A secret about my collection I haven't told anybody. I'm feeling really down that I got rid of the Rolexes.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. I mean,
Yeah,
that's fair
there you
enough, of
go.
course. As much
Yeah.
as you can go Breguet, it's still, I hear. And it's funny, like you showed the other day, even the Zenith Open Heart, I saw that on the Vintage Watch Car and I thought, that looks like Archie's one. I wonder if it
Yeah, that
was,
is
and
mine.
you
That
mentioned
was
it is
mine.
yours and
I've got a
the
chance to
two-tone
buy it
cruiser.
back. Would you buy it back?
Um, let it go. Just let it go. I mean, like any of those, they come up. It's not going to be hard if you wanted to get it again, unless there was a direct sentimental value attached to it. Just
Not
let it go for
really.
now. Yeah, just let it go for now.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, here's another one. A watch grudge I've been holding on to towards brand, watch, or seller.
A watch grudge.
Yeah,
You know, I really don't like blank pain because
yeah,
I'm the logo and on the Villarette, it's got that weird bendy hand. It
yeah.
just
It
doesn't
just doesn't
work.
work for you.
No. And I mean, the thing about Breguet is I love that beautiful B, the B for
Yes,
like
it's.
the fonts they use, the scripty stuff.
I did like, and
And
I'm glad you talked about it, and of course you're going to, but definitely as far as that new Breguet with the flying tourbillon enamel dial Venturine special days that came out this week, that is
yeah.
remarkably good. I think it's isn't it like
Oh, is it
330 grand? It's not it's not cheap. It's beautiful though.
not cheap in the least? It's not
Yeah.
cheap. Definitely not cheap.
The watch that I own that I complain most about to myself is
You know, it's funny when I own every watch I have, I always see flaws when I own it.
Yeah,
You know, like, oh, it's got a scratch here. Oh, it's annoying here. You know, every piece is flawed. When I sell it and I see it on their wrist, I think, fuck,
looks
that
good.
looks good. Why did I?
It's
Does that make
it's
sense?
yeah, absolutely. And it's like also like the photography on Vintage Watch Co on your two-tone bluesy and the Zenith open heart looks good,
Hmm.
man. They look nice. You kept them really good. I had a close look. You've kept them exceptionally good. They looked like they're in excellent condition. So you
Yeah,
do
I
look
think.
after them.
Look, to be honest with you, um, look, I think the watches are beautiful, but also I think there is a time to start saying, okay, I had my fun with them.
Yeah.
Now, unless you're really, really rich and got everything paid off, you got to say, well, you know, that money, the opportunity cost, is it
I get
worth
it.
having?
Of course.
And I'll be honest with you, JD, I'm a I'm in a similar financial situation to you, right? Like we're in different states, but I'm in a similar financial position, which we're middle class guys, but I'm not super rich.
Yeah,
You,
I hear
you, you know what I mean? And I mean, look, the thing is, it's a lot of opportunity cost. Do you want to have some possessions, or do you want to do more travel or do more fun things? And
Of
I
course.
mean,
There's always life experience that means a lot. I
particularly
haven't done
yourself,
much
you
of
got
that.
that Leica camera.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a really. I mean, let's be honest. You could have got a gold Breguet for that price of the Leica, couldn't you?
Yeah.
How
But
many lenses did you get?
well, it's a fixed lens 43 millimeter f2, so it's not interchangeable,
Okay, at least
which
that's one good thing. At least that's
yeah,
one
yeah,
good thing,
I
isn't it?
know. It is. And I like that. Fixed focal length is fine for me
Yeah,
because
because you've
that's
got
the
your
focal
Fuji
length
for
I
other
like.
stuff, don't you? You know, your
Yeah,
Fuji.
I got an XT5 and a Sony A7 IV, so I've got more than enough. But again, it's a lot of money, but I do use it, and it allows for more going out and doing stuff, if that makes any sense. It's an experience thing, and wanting to take the photos with the Leica. I don't want to bog it down with photography talk, but I think it's worth it.
Hmm.
And it's out of the camera. Don't have to fiddle around with it. It's just fantastic. Here's another one for you.
Yeah.
The watch that got away, Arch. What was the watch that got away for you?
Look, in some ways, I think the watch that got away. Okay, that's a good question. The watch that got away. Well, is that one we owned or one that we never got? You know, because I think the one that got away, I actually really love the 6006 Patek. You know,
Right. Yep.
I really love that, but that probably would have been stolen if I still had it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That would have hurt more than maybe. So it's a difficult
Well,
thing.
fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I got to tell you honestly, I've let me say this to you, right? With like I had all the stuff stolen. I wanted to build up a fantastic collection, and now I kind of had in the back of my mind, then I want to trim it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm actually contemplating, listen to this, JD, because I'm in my 50s now, same as yourself. I'm almost saying maybe from now on, I only wear gold pieces, precious metal.
For you, that's perfect. That
What do you
works.
think?
Yeah, I think that's the right thing to do. I'm
And
too
I'm going to actually put
yeah, I
this
couldn't do it.
Breguet
I can pull it off, but you
onto a
can.
NATO again. I loved it on a
You
NATO.
did. You certainly got a lot of comments about it.
You saw it on the NATO, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I did.
What did you think of that?
Well, it's unique. I don't know if you
The
should
thing I love
necessarily
most
be
is
doing
how it
it.
pissed people off. That's what I really loved
Exactly.
about
That's
it.
I know you're a master troll. I hear you. I know that you do these things on purpose. You can see that glint in your eye. You know exactly what you're doing.
Look, I got to tell you, I'm I'm thinking maybe I just wear precious. Look, I got to tell you, this hobby is an interesting thing. There's so many things that we could go into. You got into cameras. You know, it's funny. I had DSLR. I found them a bit too heavy. You know what I mean? They're heavy.
Yeah, that was, I think, one of the main reasons why, besides the fact there's a Leica, but it's so much more of a compact form factor to the Sony A7 IV with a 50mm
Yeah,
G Master lens. It was so heavy round my neck, I couldn't do it anymore. So it's not
yeah.
practical, but I mean, I had the same Nikon as you, the D750, which I loved, but it's so heavy. But it does feel
Yeah.
substantial. Actually, the actual taking of the photo part of it I enjoyed, but it's too heavy. The light is far
By the
more
time you put some
lighter
lenses
around the
on it,
neck.
it's heavy and
Oh,
had a
it's
flash on it.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it's something that, yeah, yeah, I just had to move on from that. It's just not practical. Not practical
No,
anymore.
no, that's very, very true.
Here's
I I got to tell you, I think there comes a time in your collection where you start saying, you know what, these are a bit of a ticking time bomb because they all need servicing.
That's part of it too, that you see friends of mine who the numbers of watches are getting substantial and they're relatively new collectors, like, 3 or 4 years
Yeah,
old, that at some point when you got 30 watches, European luxury watches, that is a bit of a ticking time bomb when the time comes to get those serviced,
yeah,
and it's going to happen at
yeah,
some point or another. I know that they're better, the newer watches, that how they're put together, lubrication and stuff is not, they're open to longer service intervals, but still, that's got to be a concern at some point that that's going to have to be done. So I hear you with that too. Got
yeah. I
another one.
totally.
I got another
Another
one
one?
for you. The most
Yes.
commented watch I own is
Oh, that's a really good question. The most commented watch I own. It's probably, I like probably the world time brings a
yeah,
lot. A lot of people
yeah,
love it. It's
yeah,
positive. But
definitely,
I
definitely.
love the Breguets as well. I particularly like the Type 21. I mean, just on the value factor is pretty damn amazing.
It's an interesting question because it's a
See,
handful of
that
times
Breguet
anybody's
is
commented
similar
on anything
money
I've
to
ever owned.
that's similar money to your Explorer 2.
Right. Yeah. So from that standpoint,
It's a
I do love my
fantastic.
Explorer too. I do like the pizza watch I got yesterday.
You know what?
Divisive.
That's such a fun watch, isn't it?
I think so. The guy at the
And I
cafe
can't see
noticed it this
you really
morning.
do too badly on it, do you?
No, it's
You
not
get
in that price point that it's a concern. It's just a bit of fun.
no, but
It's a
it's
bit of
always a
fun.
novelty. You should be able to sell easily.
Yeah, I think
Keep the
so. I think
box
you
and
can.
pack it. Keep the box and the coaster.
Yeah, I'll keep the pizza box
Keep
that
all
come
that
with.
shit there.
Yeah, yeah. The last time I was worried my addiction had gone too far was, Christ, that could be any time. It could be any time, that
Oh,
question.
last time. Hey, just before we get that, let's just catch up. I got some super chats coming.
Cool.
Black Cat 997, $5. Thank you, Black Cat. I do appreciate it. Marcus Mandel, €2. We love art. Super chat now. Thank you,
Nice
Marcus.
one, Marcus. He's a good guy.
Okay, to repeat the
Like
question,
Marcus.
last time.
My last time I worried my addiction had gone too far was,
Okay, that's actually a good question. I had just done my figures for my business, right? I
yep,
had, and I realized it'd gone too far when I wanted to actually go back to a normal job, give up YouTube just to pay off the watches, keep the collection as is. Those 10 pieces made me so, I didn't want to sell them to reduce credit card debt, which is lunacy. Do you
yeah,
need 10 luxury fucking watches? Um,
Yeah, anything
So
that
that
keeps
was
you up at night,
probably,
anxiety like that, you don't want that because that can lead to other health issues. So you have to do the right thing.
no, but
It's
I
not
just
worth
thought, you
it.
know what? It's so much better if I can just get rid of card debt. Okay, credit card debt's gone. Pay the tax bill needed to be paid, and just
Sleep, sleep better at night.
I mean, if you're servicing 30,000, and the other thing is too, I put some money into the car because that is going to be due. I put a couple 6 months payment. I put money back into that because I took money out of the HELOC. It wasn't free money.
No, of course not.
I just took
Of
it
course
out
not.
to see how it would go. And to be honest with you, the business has, so that's, I'd say that's gone too far. When I, instead of just saying sell some watches, I was thinking, no, I might get a job. I actually considered it for a while. Does that make
Yeah, of
sense?
course. No,
Because I'm
you have to do what
unemployable.
you have to
I'm
do.
53 fucking years old. I work for myself. Anyone Googles Archie Luxury, they're going to say, fuck, I don't want him here.
It's hard to hide.
I'm a
It's hard to
HR
hide that mystery.
disaster. Fuck!
Yeah, you'd
See,
have to wear
people
a
would say, oh,
fake
you
beard.
could get a job in social media. Yeah, but they take a look at the content and say,
Yeah,
fuck,
it's a bit
he's
much.
toxic.
It's a bit much.
Hey, did you see the publicity stunt that a cosmetic company ran in North
Dropped
Sydney?
out. Sorry, mate, you dropped out there for a second. Can you
Hey,
repeat
can
that?
you? There was a publicity stunt
Yeah.
in North Sydney. Did you hear about this?
No, what was it? Bring it up.
Okay. So what happened was there was a Range Rover, always a Range Rover, and what had happened is they actually wrote on the sides some nasty things. Okay.
And this is an intentional promotion by Range Rover. Is that?
No, it's from a
No?
cosmetic company who
Oh, okay.
now this has happened all over the world. Okay, so I'm just going to bring this up. Here we go. Okay, here we go. I'm bringing it up now for you. Have a look at this. This is what they call viral guerrilla marketing. You know, guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, sure.
Why the fuck does this advertisement? Get rid of that. See, look at that. You got a huge advertisement banner. Fuck that annoying. It's just wasted space.
Yes.
You know. Here we go. Here we go. Residents in the eastern suburbs of Sydney were left stunned this weekend after spotting a luxury black Range Rover vandalized with a brutal message. Let's have a look.
Okay.
Cheetah.
Oh, yeah. That does look familiar. I have seen that actually.
A defaced black Range Rover was spotted at Bondi this weekend. Okay.
Okay.
Now now later on, Cheetah, you've clumped and flucked, you are toxic, referring to other mascara brands. It was marketing.
Wow.
It was a PR stunt. Like they had underwear there.
That's funny.
Hey, you left these at my place last night. Look at that. Look at that.
Wow.
So it was done very, it's a very clever.
Right type
now
of
this
car
has been
too.
done in the UK before as well. It's not, unfortunately. But what do you think of that? Cheetah, look at that. Hey,
it wouldn't get any sort of play if it was like a Toyota Yaris, but the fact that it's a Range Rover sort of makes sense, and the suburb that they did it in makes sense as well. But it is a bold move to do that for sure. But like anything, things like that can go viral and have, so it's kind of smart. Kind of smart.
Yes.
Actually, the
yes.
tank comes off.
Look, I got to tell you something. Can I show you something else?
Yeah, sure.
I want to show you something that's really amazing. This is the best Breguet box I've ever seen. Do you want to see this
Oh,
box?
okay. All right.
So it's a Breguet box, and this is for the 7047 Tourbillon with fusee chain. With fuse
Wow.
and
Okay.
chain.
God, imagine
Okay.
that servicing of that thing.
This is the box. The box is a little bit damaged, right? But it's a desk. Look at
Oh,
that.
wow. That's impressive. That's something different for sure.
Now have a look
When you scrolled
further.
up, I thought it was a desk. As you're scrolling up, so, why are you showing
It
me a
says
desk?
Breguet.
Yeah,
It's got
okay.
a key. There's a key to open the lock. You see the key?
It's very cool. Very cool.
And then it opens up. That's where the watch is inside.
Pretty nice. Gotta admit.
What do
That's
you think
pretty
of
cool.
that?
That's very
Is
good.
that amazing or what?
That's very good.
Is
Honestly,
that
I thought it
beautiful?
was a real desk as you were scrolling up there. I thought that was the
Yeah, no, it's pretty
desk.
damn amazing, isn't it? And that's the Breguet. It's got the Fusion chain. Ah, it's a tourbillon. That's an amazing watch.
It's got a lot going on.
Look at that beautiful coin
Coin edging.
edging. Amazing, really.
Very cool. Very cool.
What a cool watch. But I just thought I'd show you that. That's the coolest watch box I have ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is just
Hard to beat that. I got a
beyond
question for you. I
cool.
got another one for you. The watch
Yes.
the watch book I would recommend is
Oh, one
you're a-
minute. We got Craig Teal Jones joining us. Hello, Craig. How are you?
Hey, Craig.
Very well. How are you?
Hey, not too bad, Craig. I tell you, the best watch book. I like that book, A Man and His Watch. That's quite
Yeah,
a good.
that's a classic. I
Even
do
though
have that
it
one.
doesn't have enough watches in it or stories, I still like the premise. You know, a man and his. It's a great concept.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
How are you, Craig? Tell me what happened. Craig Teal Jones, you are the T in the TGV. This Craig
Wow.
TV originally formed that Urban Gentry channel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Craig had a falling out and left, but you were originally one of the co-owners.
Wow.
One of the co-owners of the Urban Gentry. Yeah. That's
Did you have access to the channel? It was never.
I never had access. Of course I never had access. Jesus Christ. You know, that was it was a fucking ego trip from the start. An ego trip from the start. So I never had access, but I was working on content. So yeah, you know.
What do you think of your man? He got a Breguet. You must admit that is an impressive watch he bought.
He can stick it up his fucking arsehole, so I've got a Breguet as well. And I had one before that. So, you know, all's fair in love and war.
Yes,
I'll
yes. You
I'll
know,
let you
I
both-
actually got
Sorry,
the
Archie,
same
I gotta
model.
go.
Oh,
I gotta
JD, it's an
Let you
honor
guys
having
go.
you
Finish
on,
the
man.
interview.
Thank you
No
so
problem at
much.
all. Great to see you, Craig. Take care.
Enjoy the pizza watch.
Yeah, we'll do.
You're going to
See you
Ferrari
guys.
today, aren't you?
No, it's too far away. Too far to go. No.
No worries. Where is that? What suburb is that there?
It's
You're
out,
at the back.
isn't it out? Oh, this is inner west Sydney sort of thing.
Inner
So
west.
over there is Cabarita, Breakfast Point. There's a Bushell's building. Over there, they roast coffee beans over there, and you can sometimes smell the coffee wafting
that's
over. I can smell
amazing.
it a bit now. So I'll let
Hey,
you
no
guys
worries.
go.
JD, thank you
care.
for coming on, man.
Yeah,
We
no
love
problem.
you.
See you
Thank
later.
you. Craig Teal Jones, it's been a long time since I've seen you. What have you been up to?
Yeah, just been like getting on with life, working, doing my own thing, expanding my watch collection. So yeah.
What a Breguet. What Breguet do you have?
I had a Type 20, a 3820, sold it, rented it, bought another one. So that's in the collection now. Yeah, I've seen you've gone all out Breguet. You have really gone Breguet hard.
Look, I got to tell you something. I love the Rolex experiment. I'm in my 50s now, Craig. And I'll be honest with you, I love Patek. Patek makes some amazing stuff. The problem with Patek, as soon as you say, I collect Pateks, they say, you got a Nautilus, you got an Aquanaut. And I just feel like, I mean, Nautilus and Aquanaut are beautiful, but they're not the Patek story. You know what I mean? It's attracted the wrong element. I wanted something that was great value for money, incredible value on the secondary. I mean, between you and me, Craig, you would never buy Breguet brand new.
Oh God, no, never.
I mean, that's fucking crazy to do that. You know, but I want something with a long history. Really, I don't think there's a company that has a better contribution to watchmaking than Breguet.
I think Breguet sits in this place where it hasn't been infiltrated by the masses. You don't get fucking gangster rappers flexing a Breguet. You don't get the you know, nothing against gangster rappers, but if you're a gentleman, you know, who wants something, you know, a little bit exclusive, you don't want to follow what other people are doing. And I think Audemars Piguet have been infiltrated with the Royal Oak. Every fucking rap artist seems to have one, you know. Vacheron has kind of been able to steer clear a little. Then you've got, you know, your likes of Patek. You've got the Nautilus and things like this, which have been infiltrated. They've been taken over. So if you want a brand that is true to what it is and haute horology and hasn't been infiltrated, then Breguet is kind of where you need to be, you know. And it's still a great thing. I travel to London quite often now with my business, and I'll wear my Breguet. I'll wear my Breguet Type 20, and it just flies under the radar. No one gives a fuck. The only people who know about that watch are people who know about watches.
They're enthusiasts. True.
Exactly.
You know, Craig, these are my three watches. These are the three Breguets. So I've got the Type 21.
Yeah.
Which that's in solid rose gold.
Yeah.
I got the Traditional in the middle. That's the same model TGV has, except he paid retail. I got 2 for 1. Let me say that.
Yeah.
Actually, I was even cheaper than that. Less than 2. Actually, those three are virtually what one retail would be. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I've got the automatic. The one on the left there is actually automatic with the enamel dial. I wanted to capture. What I tried to do is I wanted to have a theme. I thought, okay, I had Pateks before, but to have a Patek collection, see, I wanted bigger sizes. I don't want too small. 37. I think it's got to be 38 or above. You know what I mean? It's sort of too small. So I said, okay, I want to get all rose gold, and I want to have something, 3 pieces that capture the essence of the brand. I want a sports, I want dress, and I also want something special. Okay. And that's the funny thing is here, these 3, it's the thinnest one is the white dial. That's a faux enamel dial. That's there. It's got Breguet hands. It's got Breguet numerals, coin edging. It's got the 3/4 rotor. It's got just so many Breguet. It's got the Breguet secret signature in the enamel. It's just beautiful. The one in the middle is manual wind. It's got the open sort of movement there. You can see the works, open works movement. It's just incredible. And then, of course, to capture, you want a sports watch.
Yeah.
which is the Type 21. It's an incredible watch. These are incredible watch. Look, I must confess to you, Craig, I would like to, down the track, get a Type 20 in steel to have.
Yeah.
Steel
As
one.
like a beta.
Exactly. I would like to get a steel one as the beater. And
Yeah.
I've got to tell you, seriously, the brand is pretty damn. I think that's still a lot of money. They're not free. They're not. But
No.
buying them on the secondary.
I think Breguet are so undervalued. Breguet on the secondary market are so undervalued, and it's like like with stocks and shares, it's like with investments. You put money into something and you speculate. It won't take much for Breguet to get back, boom, where they need to be. And as soon as that happens, the value of every Breguet will go through the roof, because I think people have had enough of Audemars Piguet. They're sick of seeing fucking rappers wearing diamond encrusted APs. I think people are fed up with Patek. I think people think of Patek and go, again, another gangster rapper sort of watch. Rolex will always be that baseline, but Breguet will always be above that. And I think we're nearly there. Where people will understand, realize the brands, realize that you can get into Breguet at a discount. And once people realize that, boom, it's going to happen. Breguet is going to explode. People want exclusivity, and that is what Breguet offer. I mean, look at that enamel doll classic you've got. Can you get? Yeah. Let's be fair. Let's be brutally honest, right? You've got that Breguet classic with the Breguet hands, the blue Breguet hands, enamel doll. There is no one. I don't care whether it's fucking Patek, Vacheron, AP. No one could make a dress watch better than that. No one could. That is,
no, you're exactly right there. It's look, I gotta tell you, I don't know if you saw before, I was showing, this is an amazing watch box. I've never seen this watch box before. This is actually the Breguet box. They did this in the early 2010s.
Yeah.
This was for the tourbillon. This is a special box. Have a look at this here. It's actually a desk. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's a mini desk.
Wow.
It has a key. Look at this. It has a key.
Mm-hmm.
And then you open the lid to reveal the watch. That's probably the most amazing box.
Yeah.
I've ever seen. And I've never seen this box before, but it's incredible. That's the Breguet box. The desk. The Breguet watch, and that's a watchmaker. I don't know if you noticed this. This is a watchmaker's desk because see how it's got that groove around it. That's so when you're pulling a watch apart, if any screws or pins, they don't fall off the edge. You see that? That's the reason for that perimeter ring there on the desk. So if you
absolutely exquisite, exquisite. And that is what you get with Breguet. I mean, I live in the UK. I'm British. There is only one official Breguet authorized dealer in the UK, in New Bond Street in London. One. You can go to any city in this country. You can go to any country, any county, any sort of area. You've got Rolex, Patek, AP, yada, yada, yada. Breguet, one official outlet. If you want exclusivity, you need Breguet. That's what you need.
Yes. Yes, no, that's a very good point. How, I got to ask you this, what's happened with your collection? It's been a long time since I've spoken to you. How has your collection gone? Tell me what's happening.
Well, obviously collections evolve and what have you. I've still got a few key pieces. What I'd like, and I'll say it live now, let's do a live show. How about you and I do a live show? I'll go through my collection with
Let's
you.
do it. Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's not reveal too much. Obviously, there's a Breguet in there. You know, few others. We'll leave that for another episode. But I just love the fact you've embraced Breguet, and you're the Breguet man. You're living the Breguet life.
Exactly. And you know, the thing is, secondhand wise, they are great bang per buck. Amazing bang per buck. Well made things, just incredible. Tell me this, what are you doing for work these days?
For work, I've written a few books. I'm an author. I've written a few books I've had published. I was involved in politics, which I've recently sort of given up on, but my books are still my main source of income. But just being my own boss, doing what I want to do and enjoying life. That's really what it's about.
No, that's fantastic news to see that. JD, another super chat, a little bit negative, but we'll run it because we need the money. $2.80. JD, this guy sucks. Good CK, big boy. Okay, thank you, JD. It's always good to have guests. You know, we need to have panelists. The hard thing is to have panelists.
You need to get those super chats in. You need to get them in. And do you know what?
The whole business has changed for me, Craig. I've got to tell you honestly, the whole business has changed. I had a 5-year fantastic boom. It went so well. And I must tell you, it's now come to a stage where things have slowed down. I mean, look, super chats, this is always going to be, in my opinion, it was always going to be a short-term thing. Nothing is guaranteed. You know, you try this as a business. When it's making money, you do it. If it stops making money, you do something else. Big deal. That is life. Businesses. I used to sell computers. I've done a lot of things, and sometimes it changes. And that's just how life is. So I don't think it's necessarily terrible. It's just the facts of life. And
you just got to roll with it. You know, there's going to be ebbs and flows. Any industry, any sort of, thing that you're into, it's going to rise, fall, it's going to shift. You've just got to roll with it.
You had a Ferrari at one stage, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I had a Ferrari. I've not got a Ferrari. I've got 3 Porsches now. I've not got a Ferrari. I've got 3 Porsches.
You had the Mondial, which I loved. Actually, I really loved the Mondial. To be honest with you, I think they're a bit of a sleeper. They were sort of the precursor to the 348. You know.
Yeah.
Mondial. But I must say, you've lived some good. You're also a huge. You worked at Alfa Romeo for a while.
I've had some really good Alfas. I worked for Alfa Romeo. Again, I've doubled down. I'm just a Porsche guy. I'm a Porsche guy.
What sort of Porsche do you have now?
I've got a 911 Targa. I've got a Cayman S. And an old 1980 928S. So, I've got three Porsches. But you know what? It's you're always going to get people in life who try and drag you fucking down. Okay? You're always going to get people trying to drag you fucking down. Forget those arseholes, because they don't have what you have. Fuck them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck them.
No, that's exactly it. There are some nasty fuckers out there. They're just nasty, vicious, vile sort of people.
Yeah.
It's, you know, there's just negativity out in the world there. I've got to tell you, I've got to tell you, it's been an interesting journey there. The whole YouTube. Look, the way I see it is this. You know, by the way, with politics, I'm disillusioned with politics as well. Our Conservative Party is now led by a lady who, I got nothing against female leadership. I think the best person for the job should be the leader. And I got to say to you, but she wants to bring in quotas. You got to have so many female. And I thought that was the left wings. That's the left wing's agenda, and you're bringing it to the right wing. Just makes me sick. Quotas and oh my God, it's just nasty shit. I don't believe in quotas. I think you should have the best person for the job. I don't care, male, female, whatever. The best person, not apes. If you're gonna have more nasty comments, you will be banned, apes. So stop being a cunt. Stop being a cunt, apes, because I will definitely ban you. I've got to tell you, the whole YouTube space itself has changed. I mean, look, things work for a while. You've got to, as a businessman, you have to realize things do not always last forever.
No.
Ups and downs. It doesn't always stay bad. It doesn't always stay good.
No.
And sometimes you've just got to adjust. That's the way it is. You have to adjust. And, you know, if this business doesn't work, Craig, I would definitely cut out the streaming. I would do less. I mean, I do it purely, you know, it's been a very fun thing. It's a lot of fun doing the streaming. But if it doesn't turn a dollar, well, you have to put effort into things that you got to survive.
Of course. That's what you need to do. You need to make a living. You need to make a living from this. So if you have to adapt and adjust, then of course you have to, you know, and forget people who say, or naysayers or whatever, fuck them, because they're doing nothing. You know, I remember going back to the time when we had the Archie 7, you know, the Magnificent 7, and everything was so political and, you know, arguments and whatever. I look back and I think to myself, I was so fucking naive. I should have just said, fuck off. I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing. If you want to attack me, carry on, fuck off, you know, and that's what we need to do. Well, I think that's what you're doing, is you're just carrying on regardless, doing what you do best. If people like it, great, subscribe to it. If they don't, fuck them. No.
Did you see Paul Thorpe's gone off on a tangent? Paul Thorpe.
Oh, Paul Thorpe. I've messaged Paul Thorpe a few times, but I've never had a reply.
Oh, okay.
I did. Maybe I was stroking my own ego, because I did used to have a presence on YouTube. I think, I mean, not as big as yours, but would you agree? I did have a presence on YouTube.
Oh, definitely. You had a great. I mean, look, you were the co-founder with TGV. You can't. You know. You know what? I'm surprised you don't send him a request for half the earnings. Say, hey, where's my share? I'm surprised.
Mate, I don't need his fucking share. But I did have a little presence on YouTube. I've messaged Paul Thorpe a couple of times. I've never had a reply. And I've only ever been friendly and trying to just communicate with him, giving him my thoughts, but he's never replied. So I don't know what to say. You know, I think he's a good guy, but he's never responded.
A lot of emails. I think he's probably inundated, but I can definitely, you know, he's a nice guy. He's a friend of mine, and I could definitely send on a message to him because he is a really good guy. But I got to tell you, the political system is a disaster. What they've done, what they're doing there is ridiculous. Double taxation for people. If you earn, it's just, how many times do you have, I mean, double taxation, and they wonder why the rich are leaving? Did you honestly get that or not?
Mate, I personally, I will say, yeah, 3 of my friends have already left the UK because of the taxes.
It's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Crazy. I would really like to hook up with Paul Thorpe, because you probably don't know this. I got really involved in politics. I mean, really involved. I don't know whether to say this on a live stream, in fact, but all I will say, I was deputy chairman for a well-known party for half of the city I live in. So that's not bad going, you know, that's not bad going. And I have recently left because I don't believe in it anymore, you know? No, well, look, the problem is, I think sometimes the mainstream, I've been disappointed with a lot of people in the UK there. It's pretty deft. They've got so many archaic taxes in England, and it's pretty nasty shit. You know, it's very nasty. But it's what can you do there? It's
all you can do is vote. I mean, we have got that right that we're able to vote. That is the most sensible thing that people can do. I mean, you can protest. You know, protest is legal in this country. I'm not advocating violent protest, but there are rights of protest. But ultimately, it's who you vote for. Who you vote for shapes the country that you live in. So, you know.
Yes. I got to say, with England, I think it's a bit of a basket case. High taxation. See, we don't have inheritance tax in Australia.
Really?
Yes.
You don't have inheritance tax?
No. Well, why should you? People have worked their life to acquire some things. They've paid taxes on it, right?
Yeah.
They've bought things. They've paid taxes on that. And then if they didn't just frit it away, if they managed to acquire something, then they get taxed on their death. I mean, tax. How many fucking times are you going to bite the apple? And
yeah. I mean, wow. I know. You know, my father died like 10 years ago. You remember my grandmother? You spoke to her on the phone.
Yes. That's right.
She died 2 years ago. And thank God, my family had put in place things to avoid the fucking inheritance tax. But like you said, you know, these people, they work, they pay tax, they invest their money, they pay tax on their investments. They then fucking die, and they want to pass that on to their, you know, family, and then they're meant to pay tax again at like 40%. It's absurd.
I think it's over £400,000.
Yeah.
Tax at 40. My dad, his sister died. And my dad ended up giving 400,000 Aussie. What's that? 200,000 pounds to the British government.
Yeah.
You know, and They don't send you a Christmas card. They don't say, "Oh, thank you for your contribution." They don't set up a rewards program. They don't set up anything. They just expect it from you. No, thank you. No, nothing. Very, very bad. Customer service. Customer service is on the stink.
Right. The worst thing is, though, if somebody gets caught up in all of this fucking inheritance tax, or, taxes bullshit, they have to pay the tax before they can release the asset. You've got people in the position where they're like, they're going to maybe in for like, say £500,000, but they have to pay the fucking tax before they can release the fucking asset. But they can't get a loan. They can't do anything. So the government just says, fuck you. We're taking the whole lot. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now
we've got a super chat. JT, $2. Great show, Arch. Nice video. Thank you there. I don't know if you know this. We'll just flip topics here. I've always been a car person, and I was just going to show you. I don't know if you know this, but I actually bought a BMW. And I know they're made of plastic. No, all modern cars are flawed. Have a look. This is my. This is my. This is what they call a G20. It's called a G20.
Right.
So G20. It's a 3 Series. I've had it for a couple 3 years now. There you go. Just washed it. 330i.
Nice.
That's my son helping me wash it. Very lovely. Oh, that was actually another photo. But I've got to tell you, I wanted if you want a 4-door car, I think it's pretty hard to beat these. I'm not an SUV fan. I like sedans. Rear-wheel drive, front-engined. This is probably one of the better choices there. And can you believe that's a 4-cylinder? It's 255 horsepower from a 4-cylinder.
Right. My wife has got an F30 3 Series.
Oh.
So F30, same color. That is Estoril blue, I believe. So my wife has got an Estoril blue F30. 320i Sport, remapped, 320 brake. Great car.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing stuff. It's amazing stuff. And I've got to tell you, I've also really, the Breguets themselves there, I really love the Breguets. They're really, look, sometimes, I got to be honest with you, it gets to a point in life, how many watches do you really need? Like, they're all kind of ticking time bombs. It's like they all need servicing eventually.
Yep.
It's a how many do you need there? So it's a bit of a tricky thing.
That's always the sort of thing that we have to traverse. I mean, I've looked at it, in many different ways. A lot from your teachings, in fact, and, we've both spoken about these things. It's like you need a dress watch, you need a chronograph, you need a diver, you need...
Yeah.
I don't know, because my collection now, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I could actually cut back on a couple of these, but I don't want to, because everything I've bought, I genuinely like. And I want to own, Yeah. So it's balancing your own enjoyment, satisfaction with what is sort of reasonable to expect. Obviously, if you've got
my chat just comes in, MT85, $50. As $50 $50, as many as the AD will sell you at retail. I got to tell you something. You know, it's actually pretty amazing having you on there. You were really into more than just the hype. You were into the long history of the watches.
Yeah,
And,
love it. Love it.
It's you know, it's funny. You've always stayed away from the garbage watches. Garbage. The shitters. The shitters that your friend went down that path. He went down that path. And I mean, seriously, with the watches themselves, you know what? It's a very, I think you're better off to have less watches but more quality. More quality is more substance, you know. And I mean the Breguet, you've got a steel Type 20. You could wear that everywhere. 99% of places that's just such a cool. It's a dress watch, it's a sports watch. Dress it up, dress it down. It's so cool. That is such a cool watch. And such a cool history.
I've always, like you said, I've always been about the history, the brand. I mean, I've got a shitter on now. I've got one of those blank pan swatches.
Yep.
Blank pan swatch. I was in London. I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I went into
They're a great watch. They're a great, simple.
Exactly. I've got one of those plastic moon swatches as well. You know, it's just something I can stick on my wrist. I don't have to give a fuck about. But when it comes to proper watches, yeah, I like history. I like, you know, the story behind them. I don't get gobbled up by the hype. You know, I like to keep it real. But yeah. I'm glad that that's recognized. You know.
That's exactly it there. Exactly right.
So what about you?
Yes, sir.
So what about you moving forwards? I've seen your collection. I don't really look on YouTube that much now, but I keep watching you, obviously. What's your sort of thing moving forward? I mean, you've got the Breguets. You know, what's your idea with your collection?
Look, I got to tell you, I've actually look. I've got the Breguets, 3 Breguets I love. I've got a world time 5130 Patek Philippe. I've also got, after the robbery, I got friends of mine banded together to get me a steel Speedmaster, Omega Speedmaster, which I would never sell. That was such a cool gift. And at the moment, I've also got a PAM. I've also got a PAM, a big PAM, which I've listed it for sale. We'll see how it goes. But the future, that's a good question. What is the future with myself? Look, I am seriously, look, business has changed, Craig. Business has changed. It's no longer what it used to be. And, you know, you've got to adapt a bit. But for me, okay, I tell you honestly, I am thinking, now I'm turning into the 50s, I'd like to enjoy. You've got to say when you're going to wear these things. Sometimes, you know, in life, the biggest sin is, I saw a great advertisement for Porsche. Okay, it was a Facebook video. It wasn't, and what it said was, this guy said, whenever I see a low mile vintage Porsche, I know he's lost. He has not won. That's the saddest thing, is to see a low mile vintage Porsche, because he hasn't enjoyed it. They've saved it for what? For what? Why have they done that instead of driving it and loving it? You know, it's one of these things.
Yeah. It will be with a car like that. I mean, I've got, like I said, I've got a couple of Porsches. My Cayman S has had a engine rebuild less than 10,000 miles ago. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say that was cocooned. Let's say I bought that car and went, oh my God, I love that car so much, and I cocooned it. Who the fuck's getting the benefit? I'm not.
No, that's right.
My children probably won't, because as soon as I fucking die, they'll be like,
it came in S.
yeah, as soon as I die, someone else will be like, let's fucking sell.
What model is that? Is that a 981?
No, I've got the original. I got a 987. It's got a hell of a lot of work done, but I wanted the original Cayman. I think that is going to be a sleeper. I think that is something people should maybe look at getting into. You know, I'm not going to get into cars in this video, but I'm just saying, you know, who benefits from you buying something, putting it away for 10 years, you dying and your kids sell it? Who the fuck benefits? You know, the only person that benefits is probably the person that buys it. You know, you need to have something that you enjoy, you like, you use, whether that's a watch, a car, whatever. Enjoy it, use it, get something from it. You know,
special shout out to Thomas Bernett, gifted 1 Archie Luxury live stream membership. Thank you, Thomas Bernett. You remember Thomas from York?
Yeah.
And Thomas, he recently got a Breguet like mine, except in white gold. Got a beautiful Breguet there. He's such a cool guy. Thomas is a very cool guy. He, believe it or not, Thomas, you might say this is crazy. Some of the hypees are very crazy about these sort of watches here. And what Thomas actually did was, listen to this, he actually got rid of his Kermit to buy a Breguet in white gold. I'm just going to pull up a photo of it. He got, I'll just see if I've got the photo, if I've got it. Here it is. I think I found it. This is the Breguet that Thomas got. He really wanted, the enamel dial in white gold, which is absolutely to die for. And the thing is, Thomas wears this watch. He's wearing it. He wears it. That's the thing. We've also got another gifted Archie Luxury membership too. We've got 3 gifted Archie Luxury memberships. Thank you so much for doing that. And I got to tell you, what a great guy. What a great guy there. He's just such a cool guy. And
look at that Breguet. Look at that Breguet.
This is Thomas Burnett's. He got a 7147 white gold with the enamel dial, exactly like mine, except it's with the white gold.
That is beautiful.
What a beautiful, just a beautiful watch to have. It's incredible piece. He, you know, Thomas is a very, you know, he's somebody who really does love his watches. He takes it slowly. He doesn't just race in and buy that money. You know, he's not super wealthy, but he very nicely, I'm just going to have a bit of monkey shoulder whilst we're here. He's a guy who enjoys his watches. He enjoys his watches. We've got another super chat. MCM $2. Breguet studied under Berthoud.
Okay.
And I got to tell you honestly, the hobby. See, people would say, why would you sell a Kermit to get a Breguet? But for Thomas, this is the watch that gives him the enjoyment. You've got to work out, what do you love? He absolutely loves this watch.
People need to understand, you know, the hype between heritage, and that has always been the thing with British luxury. Okay, it's not how many pieces are produced, it's not value even, it's exclusivity. Okay, and you know, Rolex, I love Rolex, you know, I've got Rolex in my collection, I fucking love Rolex, but you have to understand the difference between the way things were produced, how they were produced, numbers that were produced against things that may be lesser produced to a higher standard with more finishing. So, you know, it's all these things which take us on this journey with watches, which, you know, it takes a little bit time to figure out. But once you do, you do know what is good, you know, the wheat from the chaff, they say.
Exactly right. I gotta tell you, it's you've got to buy stuff that makes you happy, and I've got to tell you, especially with gold watches, it's time to start wearing them. That's the thing you have to.
What I would say, you know, I bought my wife a couple of years ago. I bought my wife Cartier Panther. Okay, first really nice watch she'd ever had, and she was scared of wearing it. She was so scared, I don't want to scratch it. And then I remember she whacked it on a door frame. She's like, "Oh my god, it's got a scratch." And I said, "Good. I'm glad it's got a scratch, because now
you can wear it now.
You're gonna fucking wear it now, because watches are designed to be worn. The same as cars are designed to be driven. You know, forget all this bullshit about trying to preserve things and all that. What are you going to do? Are you going to go to the guy in the grave who owns something that you never fucking used? You know, you've bought a watch for X amount. You've never fucking worn it. You've never had any enjoyment from it, and you've died. Like, yeah. What good has it done you? Same as a car. You've bought, say, a Ferrari, I don't know, a fucking Ferrari 275, you know, fucking Nart Spider. You've bought that car, you've put it in a bubble, you've never fucking driven it, you've never used it, and then you die. Yeah. These things are meant to be worn, they're meant to be used, they're meant to be enjoyed. So just do that. And if you're somebody, right, and this might sound quite snobbish, if you can't afford to fucking buy something and enjoy it, then you shouldn't have it. Do you know what I mean? If you can't afford to buy something and fucking enjoy it without putting it in a safe and thinking, "Oh my god, please let it go up in value, please let it go." No. You're the wrong fucking person. Buy it, wear it, use it, enjoy it, die, let some motherfucker deal with it. And that's my philosophy. I'm sorry, it might sound snobbish, I don't care, but that is...
Are you a Rolex man? What Rolex do you have these days?
The only Rolex I've got now is a two-tone Datejust, 41 Datejust, you know, which is kind of my like dress watch, but I still wear it anyway.
That's a great watch.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to decide whether to wear the Breguet or the Datejust at times.
I don't know. My Breguet is a little bit more casual, I'll say, because it's on a leather strap, and I wear and I fucking wear it. My Datejust, again, I wear it. My watches, I went through a phase earlier. You will remember when I was going through my early phases. I went through a phase where I was like, "Oh my god, I've got a really good watch. I don't want to hurt it. I don't want to scratch it." I've gone beyond that now. I'm like, if I've got something, I want to enjoy it. I've spent a lot of money. I've worked hard. I've saved hard. If I buy something, I want to enjoy it. You know?
Exactly right. That's what you want to do. And you know what? I had Thomas. The big thing with Thomas is he came on, he got this watch. And I tell you, he absolutely adores his Breguet. He's just a nice guy. We went to Watches and Wonders. We went to Watches and Wonders together. He was there. I tell you what, Geneva is an expensive city. That place there will make
it is. It is.
Man very, very humble. And I got to tell you, seriously, it's amazing. It's an amazing place. Thomas wanted this watch so badly. He got one from This came from Watchbox, actually. Watchbox or Watchfinder? Watchfinder, the UK one. Watchfinder.
Yeah.
And he hasn't regret. He just loves it. He loves to wear it. It's in the metal he wanted. You know, he just. This is the whole thing. You've got to enjoy your shit.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, so many people, they criticize things needlessly. And I got to tell you, what year is your Targa, by the way? What year is your Targa Porsche? Your 911?
That's a good question. Maybe 2003, 4, something like that.
Wow, you got the Targa.
But I use it. I drive it. I fucking use it. I don't care.
That's the fried headlight one?
It's got the fried egg, after the fried eggs. The one after.
No, okay. Fantastic.
Yeah.
How do you find the Cayman against the 911?
Cayman is a better car. As a driver's car, the Cayman is on another level because the engine's in the middle, so it's a better car. Great car. But again, I bought it, right? I could go out right now. I'll be honest with you. I could go out right now. I could buy any fucking Porsche I wanted. But the reason that I don't, the same as watches, I want things that I can use. I want things that I can fucking take out and use.
Yes,
and enjoy. The same as you. With your
yes.
Enjoy them. Wear them. Use them. Enjoy them. Don't wrap them up in a bloody cocoon and preserve them because, oh my God, in like 5 years' time, they might be worth more money. Well, if you did that with everything in your life, you wouldn't do anything. Buy things that you can afford and that you can use. That's my advice to people.
100% right. 100%. I totally support you on your.
Like I said, I could quite easily sell. I've got 3 Porsches. I could sell those 3. I could put a little bit more money in, and I could go to Porsche now and buy a brand new Porsche 911. But I'm going to be, as soon as I buy that car and drive it up the forecourt, it's lost money. I'm worried if I crash it. I'm worried.
You got 3 pieces of fun. You got the 928. That's the risky business Porsche. I love the 9 pop-up headlights.
Yeah, pop-up risky business. It's actually gold. It is the risky business. It is.
I hope you garage these cars.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people in the UK, they don't garage their cars. I don't understand that.
I do. I'm sorry. I do. I like to keep them away from the elements. But but like you said, I've got these 3 things. I can jump in any one now and have fun. And you know what? It hasn't cost me a hell of a lot. Well, I don't want to sound again like a snob. Okay, yeah, it is a little bit expensive, but they're affordable. I can have fun with them. If one gets a little scratch or something, it's not the end of the fucking world. Same as watches. My collection is based around things that I can actually wear and use. I don't want the worry. I want to enjoy my time on this fucking planet because I'm 45 Okay, I'm 45. Over half of my life is gone. I know that. Over half of my fucking life is gone. Why should I spend the next half worrying or preserving something that I can't use? Fuck that. Fuck that. I want to get some enjoyment.
Yeah. We got super chat Black Cat 997. $2. The font used on that dial is amazing. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, I totally agree. Breguet.
Breguet.
It's an absolutely amazing piece of kit that there. Absolutely incredible. And this is Thomas Bernett. You know, Thomas Bernett is a guy who I've got a lot of respect for because he didn't choose something popular. He chose something he really loves. And I'm actually, let me show you something. You're going to type 20. I'm thinking of putting this strap on. Let me show you what sort of strap I was actually. I want to find something unique. I'm looking at adding a Molquin strap. These are like a suede, okay? And this guy here, he's added one to his Type 21. So slightly different. Your lugs are 21, but he's a 22. And he's added this to his Breguet, and I think, fuck, that looks
that's nice,
incredible. It's also just so smooth to have this type of. I just love it. I think I might do the same. I'm thinking of. I want to get something. Just these Molquin straps are pretty damn good there. I'll check out how much they are. Let's have a look at how much Molquin straps are. Let's have a look. They've got some amazing stuff. Let's have a look. Da-da-da-da. Okay, let's go and have a look.
I'm trying to think of like the Aussie peso. I'm thinking anything less than maybe, I don't know, 60, 70 is kind of all right.
Yeah, they're a little bit expensive. They're not cheap. These are not cheap. Smooth. What's the suede they've got? I think he went for a suede. Let's have a look. €99. What's that like? That's not cheap, is it?
No, it's like 100 quid.
It's 100 quid. Fuck, nothing's cheap these days, is it?
Mate, nothing is cheap. Nothing is cheap nowadays.
No. I'm trying to see what's a nice color. What color? Would you go for the blue? Because it's got a brown and rose gold. What would you go for?
I'm kind of traditionalist. I like the sort of darker. I like the browns and like the earthy tones.
I go for the blue. Let's have a look. So I want is a 22. Let's have a look here.
That's on a tank. How much?
Just having a look. 22. So I want to get a medium. Let's have a look. They've got I like this dark. That's actually not bad. Black is a bit. I'm not sure. Black. That's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
The gray. 22.
So just how much is something like that?
100 quid, 100 euro. That's not cheap, is it? Fuck, it's dear, isn't it?
Fuck. Get on Temu. Get on fucking Temu. Yeah, I know what you're saying. These are.
expensive, aren't they? What do you
You've got to
think?
be very, very careful whenever anyone does something that's like fucking artisan or handmade or all this bollocks. Just be like super fucking careful that they're not ripping you off.
Yeah, they don't have the blue. I like the blue. It's sort of, you know, they just don't have the one I want really. I like.
For me,
Maybe.
they're not popping. For me, you know, and I might sound like a bit of a cheap ass, but I'd be looking on fucking team.
€10 for the fucking.
Like that strap now just looks like a fucking generic fucking tan strap. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm
a snob when it comes to these things. Yeah, maybe you're right. Temu might be the answer. What do you think?
You know, who fucking knows? Who knows? I'm just a little bit of a, little bit of a snob. Anyway, Archie, I've got to go.
It's been a pleasure having you on.
It's
Thank
1:30
you for coming on, man.
Yeah.
I got to say, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Good luck. Good luck with the Porsches. Have fun with the Porsches. And,
sure. Do you think we can do a show where I go through my watch collection? Do you want to do that?
I would love to. You want to do this next week? Same time next week?
Yeah, sounds good.
What do you prefer? You tell me what you prefer.
No, this time next week's cool. And I'll go through my watch collection.
Craig Teal Jones show, okay?
Oh, you don't have to name it after. Well, you name your studio after me, for fuck's sake. You know.
That's right. That's right. The Craig Teal Jones studio. That's right. We got the plaque on the wall still. It survived the burglary as well. Really. Still got it laminated on the wall. Let's do it next week.
The bastards didn't want it. They didn't want the plaque.
Please send me an email, archieluxury72@gmail, and we'll get it doing for next week. That'll be fantastic. Okay?
Awesome. We'll do that next week. My collection.
Thank you so much. Well done. Thank you,
brother. Take care.
Thomas Bernett has just gifted another Archie Luxury membership. Thank you, Craig Teal Jones.
Good night.
He's an OG. He was the T in TGV. He was a co-partner with the Urban Gentry. That was his channel before. And we got another gifted membership from Thomas Bernett. Thomas, jump straight on now. Please jump on. I want to talk the Breguet box with you. Thomas, please, if you got a chance, jump on. Jump on now. Please jump on. I really would love to chat to you. In fact, let's just run a little spacer. Here we go now. Hey, there we go. We're back after that break there. Guys, I've got another person I got to thank, and that's Rusty.
Hi, guys. It's Archie Luxury here. Today, guys, I want to share with you a great website that I use to check out watches. That's right, guys. I don't know about you, but I am somebody who wants to keep an eye on prices and see where the market's going. And the best website for this is rustyswatches.com. rustyswatches.com. Now, what it does, if you're in the US, Australia, the UK, Ireland, Canada, it will list recent listings so you can see new watches as they come to market. Not only new listings, but recently price drops. So if you're keeping an eye on the watch of your dreams, Rusty's Watches is the place to go. If you've got a special watch you want and you want to get the best possible deal you can, I'd highly recommend Rusty's Watches. Now he's got some instant buttons. Patek, Breguet, Omega, Rolex, Cartier, to name but a few. Click on Breguet and it shows us recent new listings for Breguet. Hey, here's one at Watch Finder. Watch Finder has but guys, I am doing this advert to deal with my termite problem. That's right, guys. I have a bit of a termite problem. But guys, check out rustyswatches.com. This is the best place to get an idea of the market. Off the market. That's right, guys. Termites confirmed. Yes, this is, check it out, rustyswatches.com. Check it out, guys. I'm Archie Luxury. Tell me what you guys think of that.
Hello, Thomas Bernett. How are you?
Hi, Ponsive. Happy Saturday. Happy Sunday.
Yes,
Happy
Sunday for me. Hey, Saturday night for the Americans. Thomas,
Yeah, I'm here.
Teal Jones on. Do you remember him?
Eating sushi.
Sushi.
And
Wearing your Breguet. Thomas, I wanted to show you something I saw. I'm going to bring it up on the screen now. By the way, what do you think of this this strap? Could I put that on my Breguet Type 21?
Yeah, I think it matches the, is it suede?
It's 100 fucking euros, but that's a bit expensive. I might go Temu. What do you think?
Is it suede? No, don't go Temu for Breguet. No.
Yeah,
You got to pay through the nose, Arch. You got to pay through the nose.
You got to pay through the nose?
Yeah. You gotta.
Now, I wanted to show you something, okay? Let's have a look here. What do you think of this Breguet box? Okay, what do you think of this Breguet box, and have you ever seen it before? So it's a desk.
That's pretty cute, isn't it? It's pretty cute.
Key, drawers, and you unlock it.
And it lifts up and it's got the Breguet in it.
It's got a Breguet in it. What do you think of that?
Why is
and
it?
You notice it's a watchmaking desk as well, not just a normal desk. You notice this perimeter ring. You know what that's for? When you're working on watches, when the screw flies off, it doesn't go over the edge.
Got you. Yeah.
That's a watchmaker's desk. And what do you think? Tell me what you think.
So what's this? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the model.
This is actually the tourbillon with the Fusion chain.
Ah, right. Wow.
Fuck, it's just incredible.
That must cost a lot of money then.
Secondhand, you can get these. It's actually funny you say that. So this watch, it's a 7. This watch is a 7047, so it's a tourbillon with the Fusion chain. Now, I'll just call that up for you. How much do they cost? on eBay here, so on Chrono 24.
41,000.
7047. And they're starting from about 65,000. Now that, I mean, that's a lot of money, but this is a tourbillon
Yeah.
Fusian chain. Can you fucking believe that, Thomas?
With a Fusian chain, that's nice. With constant force. Yeah, that's pretty good.
What do you think? Would you, I mean, 70,000, it's a lot of money, but like that's US dollars. That's like 100,000. I mean, I it's out of my league, Thomas. I can't afford that, but it is amazing. You see what I mean?
It's very nice. Yeah.
Now, if I have a look at Breguet themselves there, the funny thing is, what's the most complex of these models here? What is the most complicated model they have there? I think it's the Traditional, isn't it? The Tradition.
Tradition, usually, yeah. But I mean, that looks pretty complicated. The one you just showed, and that's a classic, isn't it?
Oh
no, it's a Tradition. No, it's a Tradition.
No, that's a Tradition. That's a Tradition.
It's got the small dial, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a Tradition. Do Traditions always have the small dial?
Yeah, the Traditions do. Yeah, but they're normally at the top, aren't they?
Let's have a look. Traditions here. Okay, the top, but let's have a look. No, they can be at the bottom. That's a tourbillon one.
All right, that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
See, that's the chronograph one. That's a good point. You don't realize that all the Traditions have the smaller. They have the smaller dial. They do. They all do that. That's actually fascinating that you picked that up, Thomas. You which one was the other? That was the tourbillon 7047. That's the one that's the one with the box. Thomas, this is the one with the box. I mean, what a fucking amazing. Now, it's $345,000. That's Aussie.
I bloody well hope you get a box like that with it for that price.
That's 250 US, Thomas.
Yeah, I would hope you get a box like that for that price.
What do you think? Is that a beautiful watch?
That does look pretty nice, I must admit.
Is that a museum piece or is that something you'd wear?
It's something unique, isn't it? It's pretty unique. It's got a pretty unique dial. I like the open workness of it. It's nice. It's a real Tradition watch, being fully open work like that with the Fusian chain and the tourbillon. I love the way the chain at the bottom bit next to the dial.
Yes,
is wrapping around the fusee.
Yes, isn't that incredible?
Yeah, that's really nice.
It'd cost a fortune to service, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
you'd have to take that to Breguet, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I remember talking to Andre Estrella about Fusian chains, and he said that they don't adjust to temperature as well as remontoirs do, because remontoirs impulse every second, and Fusian chains, because of temperatures.
That's the movement here. Look at the movement. This is the movement on it. That's where the Fusian chain goes.
Yeah, wraps around, yeah.
That's the back. Fuck, that's incredible. I mean, is that leading watch? I mean, Patek doesn't do anything with Fusian chains.
No.
I mean, what do you think of this? Is it ridiculous or what?
No, I think it's very, very nice. I think it's great compared to the some of the stuff that's out there. I mean,
So this is a tourbillon and a power reserve. And it's just absolutely just, man, you know, the problem with this stuff is I'd love to add one of these fusee and change to my collection.
that would be amazing, wouldn't it? But where do you get the coin from? I mean, where do you get that kind of coin?
Yeah, the business isn't doing that well, Thomas.
Yeah.
And I got 3. I can't complain. I got 3, Thomas. How many? We got Mac Lobster. Mac Lobster, $5. Arch, 3 watch collection, 1 Breguet only. Go, fucker! Thank you, Mac Lob.
Go on, name a 3 watch collection then with only 1 Breguet. He wants us to name a 3 watch collection with only 1 Breguet.
Well, I can give it to you now. Breguet Type 21, World Time, Speedy.
So
Actually,
what about with watches that you don't
actually,
own?
I tell you what, I would say
Breguet. What watches
you know what?
own?
I think if I push came to shove, I want to keep the 7057.
7147. Oh,
No,
7057, the tradition, yeah.
Yeah, it's 7057, World Time, and Speedy.
Right. What about
That
from
way you
watches
got
that you, what about other watches that you don't own? If you had if you could start fresh with a Breguet and 2 other watches that you don't have that you could you know, fantasy shopping.
You know what? I want to ask you something, Thomas. Instead of, okay, so with the watches itself, I really like the tradition, okay? Do you think instead of getting the 7057, do you think I should have gone
With the 7097?
Yeah, the automatic version.
Yeah, the automatic. I would have, to be honest with you, yeah.
What would you have preferred? What would you have preferred? Tell me that.
I would have gone 7097 because I love that retrograde seconds. I love the way it moves down and pops back up again, and then moves down, pops back up every minute. It pops back up, it counts the seconds and pops back up. That's just mesmerizing.
And I love the rotor. I love the rotor.
The shape of the rotor, yeah, the shape of the rotor. It's like a axe head or something. It's
yeah, an axe head. That's it. But I mean, Thomas, you can't have everything, can you? So I'd pick one of these. I would pick a Rolex. You know, I'd take in Rolex.
Yeah. Which one?
Gold sub. Blue
Gold
dial.
sub, yeah, okay. And then one more to pick.
I go for a Breitling Super Ocean.
Really? It's your beta?
I like the Breitling Super Oceans.
It wouldn't be all gold then. You're not sticking to the old gold theme.
No, that's a good point.
Doesn't have to be all gold. Breitling Super Ocean's cool if you want that. Yeah, that's cool.
The other option is instead of the Super Ocean, I could have a Reverso in there. I like the tributes.
Yeah, me too. Tribute to your face. Tribute to your face.
You know, instead of I could have gone, instead of going for Breguets, I could have gone JLCs. Boom, 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 boom. Do you think JLC is as prestigious as Breguet?
Maybe. Well, they're the watchmaker's watchmaker, aren't they? That's what they go with. I'll tell you one watch I do love from JLC is this one, which I think is a sub killer. I know that Bear Clooney's got one of these.
Oh,
Absolute
Master
submariner.
Your Navy SEAL.
The Navy SEALs. It's an absolute submariner killer out for me. How fun I love with the submariner. For $10,000, the Navy SEALs GMT won this one. Navy SEALs diver. This is a master compressor chronograph GMT. I'm not into diving chronographs as much, but just the plain Navy SEALs diver without the chronograph. This is from David SW.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of this.
I love it. I love it. It's a sports watch. I love the lugs. I love the bezel.
I take this. I take care of a submariner.
This is ceramic, or what is it?
I think it's. Is it titanium?
Titanium.
It's the same. Let's just
Yeah,
check.
it's fucking beautiful. That's a beautiful watch. That's a beautiful watch, Thomas. Would you?
Yeah, it's titanium. Titanium.
Are you a Black Pain fan?
What do you think to the air command?
Sorry?
What do you think to the air command?
I
just want to show you. I just want to share another watch with you.
Yeah, sure. Share with me. Share.
With you, we're looking at the Breguet, the new Breguet tourbillon yesterday.
Yes.
This one's coming from Kessowitz. It's Happy Jewelers.
Happy Jewelers.
And yeah, I just wondered what you thought of this for the same sort of price as the Breguet would go for.
Yep.
I'm just sharing it at the moment.
Holy fuck! Holy fuck!
For the same price, for $500,000, $490,000 from Happy Jewelers. Horrible.
It's an Astromania Casino 47 open work dial. Wow, it's amazing.
And so it's got a tourbillon, and then it's got this. If you're into Jacob & Co, is anyone? I'm not. So it's got a roulette wheel on the dial.
Yep.
It's got the time being told on one end of it, with the tourbillon on the other end.
What would that cost to service, Thomas?
I have no idea. But
what's the back of it? Just give us a look at the back of it, Thomas.
It's nothing special. You can't even see into it. Not an open case back or anything.
What's the two things on the back there? That's just the wine. Is that just so? It's got two
crowns. Two crowns.
Oh, I see.
For adjusting.
Ah.
One to wind and one to adjust. So you see the hands on that one, the hands there.
Oh, I see.
That's just the time, and that's to wind it up with.
Is it manual wind or
manual wound? Yeah.
Because there's so much going on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks amazing, don't you think?
If you're into Jacob & Co, I mean, I'm not, to be honest with you. It's not the kind of watch I would go for. It's more footballers sort of watch. But yeah, not for me. We're talking Blancpain, and
Blank
What do
Pain
you-
is an interesting brand.
What do you think of this Blanc Pan? The Air Command, 42 mil.
I love the Air Command. I love them. I think they're amazing. They're amazing stuff.
You just
They're
pull it up.
amazing stuff.
Just pull it up a sec.
I like a 2-register chrono, to be honest with you. You know, the only problem is, you know what the ultimate chronograph is?
Don't say Daytona, because it's not for me.
No. I mean horologically, right?
I don't know. Go for it.
It's that Breguet 7077 with two
Archie.
two different movements, different hertz for the time as opposed to the. I mean, that's incredible, don't you think, or not?
Yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, that's amazing. A different hertz for the chronograph compared to the watch. No?
What do you think to this? I mean, they're telling
Oh my God, 70,000?
70,000 for a platinum 1908 with the ice blue printed gear shade
Are they out
dial.
of their fucking mind?
They're out of their fucking minds, aren't they? 72 grand, $72,000, $72,500 for this. You could get a top of the line. You could get a top of the line Langer. You could get a Patek. This is Patek money. This
Yes.
for a watch that costs about $27,000 new. I don't know where this price came from.
How much is this new?
It's about $30,000, isn't it? It's about.
And how they
something-
justify 72? It's not that in demand, is it?
No. This is used from Watchfinder. I don't know where this.
Fucking hell.
They're smoking some good stuff. I don't know where they got this price from. It's just ridiculous.
Yes.
Absolutely ridiculous.
They're trying to make profit for that fucking Breguet they sold you below cost. I can't see there'd be much money in that, do you?
No, not in the one that I got. No. Less than half price. No, but for this, 72,000. What could you get for 72,000? You could get a Patek.
We could get that Breguet chronograph we spoke about.
You could get that Breguet chronograph. You could get
72,000. You can get a Patek perpetual calendar like
Kestrel's. Yeah, the
50,000. That's in the 50s. You still have fucking 20,000 left over
Yeah,
to buy a fucking Cellini. A Cellini.
Exactly.
These guys are fucking out of their fucking minds.
They are, aren't they? They're mental. What are they talking about? I couldn't believe this when I saw it. It was bonkers. I mean, Pico says a platinum 1908 is hard to get new, but not this hard to get, surely.
I want to ask you something, Thomas.
Go for it.
Would you swap my Patek? I could swap my Patek for a solid gold with no papers. And my Patek doesn't have papers either.
Your Patek for a solid gold? No, the world time is the Archie watch. No, I wouldn't do it for a solid gold sub. I'd keep the world time. You need a Patek in the collection. It's Patek and Pussy.
Patek, baby.
Exactly. Tansy.
Thomas, I'm going to have to wrap this show up. I want to thank you.
Patek Philippe wouldn't approve. No.
I'm going to wrap this show up, Thomas. I am going to be back on air in 30 minutes. I've got to.
Matt Frischman show.
The Freischman guy. I do a show with him.
Freischman.
Yeah. I got to tell you, man.
What do you reckon to the price on this quickly? The titanium Yachtmaster.
30,000.
30,000 for the titanium Yachtmaster.
See, it doesn't. I don't think it's that special for that money.
It isn't,
Wouldn't
is
you
it?
get the solid? Wouldn't you get the white gold Oyster Flex?
That's almost the price of a gold sub, isn't it?
But you could get if you like the Yachtmaster, you could get the white gold Yachtmaster Oyster Flex. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd rather have that than this.
You could get the white gold Yachtmaster for $20,000. The white gold Yachtmaster on Oysterflex, you can get that for $20,000, or the yellow gold Yachtmaster on Oysterflex.
I'd rather have that, Thomas. They're dreaming. This is lunacy.
Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it?
Thomas, come again. Please come again. I have a great show talking watches with you, man. I think it's great if we could. What are you doing tomorrow?
I'll probably be getting ready for work, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't getting Kelso on a Sunday.
I'm not sure. He comes sometimes, but
I'll see what I can do.
No worries. I want to thank everyone who super chatted. We had Black Cat 997, Marcus Mandel, JD, JT, MT85, Thomas Bernett, MCM, Black Cat 997, Thomas Bernett, Mac Lobster. Guys, that is the show for today. We'll be back tomorrow. And if you're buying or selling a watch in America, there's only one place I recommend, and that is
David SW.
Hi guys, it's Archie Luxury. Guys, I want to talk to you about David SW. Guys, if you are in America, if you are looking for a Rolex watch of your dreams, in fact, if you're looking for a contemporary modern wristwatch, I strongly advise you to look at David SW. Guys, don't play the dealer games. Don't bring in chocolates or Krispy Kremes for your dealer hoping to get a Rolex at retail. It's futile. Please, guys, save your dignity. Keep some pride. Go to David SW. I would highly recommend David SW. If you're in America and you're looking for a watch, go to David SW.
Nice one,
Thomas Bernett.